25.5 million. 25.5 million votes. That's how many votes Dr. Robert Epstein suggests will be shifted over to Joe Biden in the 2024 election if Google is left unchecked. In the coming video, you'll see exactly what he's talking about. Since 2013, he's been tracking exactly what Google has been doing. Briefly put, 96% of the up next suggestions for the youth, that's teenagers and kids, 96% has been liberal media that's been suggested kids in the mid-70s for adults. You'll see exactly what he's talking about in the video, but I just want to say something, and I will not understate this. Google has interfered and rigged elections now for 8 years definitively that we can confirm. 2016, Hillary Clinton had 2.6 million votes shifted over to her. Thank God Donald Trump won. However, in 2020, Donald Trump did not win. 6 million votes shifted. 6 million votes shifted to Joe Biden in 2020. And we've been blacklisted. We've been called conspiracy theorists. We've been called far-right extremists. We've been called everything but a proud American. And that's problematic, including being banned off social media. So you'll see what Dr. Robert Epstein has laid forth in his hearing. It's nothing short of shocking. It's terrifying, quite frankly, because all we hear about is Russia, Russia, Russia. Trump this, Trump that, Trump's corrupt, Hillary and Joe Biden, and we're all perfect. Nothing we've never done anything wrong. We're public servants. We make our salary, and that's it. And that's bullshit. Not true at all. So when you see this, share it. Don't forget to follow if you're on X, subscribe if you're on YouTube, like the video or like the post, whatever. But this information, in my opinion, is some of the most important information that could possibly be heard. So again, don't forget to share it. Thank you for watching and enjoy the video.
I'm here to tell you about an existential threat to our country that is so well hidden. I warn you, by the way, some of what might turn up on the screen in the next minute or two might be disturbing. I apologize in advance, but it's necessary that you see it. It's so well hidden that you might know nothing about it. It's a threat posed by big tech monopolies, eerily predicted by President Eisenhower in 1961. In 2016, Google alone shifted more than 2.6 million votes to Hillary Clinton, whom I supported, using subliminal techniques I had been studying and quantifying since 2013. 4 days later, a leaked video showed Google's leaders, devastated by Trump's win, telling their employees they would not allow Trump to win the presidency again. They would guarantee his defeat through their, quote, great strength and resources and reach. They made good on this promise in 2020, and in 2022, as I explained recently in the Epoch Times, they stopped the red wave cold. I lean left, but I don't think a private monopoly, one with no accountability to the public, should be able to pick our nation's leaders. Who knows how these secretive companies will lean next year, after all. After that all-hands meeting, Google perfected at least a dozen new methods of subliminal control that I have now been studying using rigorous scientific methods for more than a decade. To shift votes, we know from leaked emails that Google relies on what they call ephemeral experiences. Fleeting content such as search results, search suggestions, and up next videos on YouTube, content that impacts undecided voters and then disappears, leaving no paper trail. Since 2016, my dedicated team has been building increasingly more sophisticated monitoring systems that preserve and analyze ephemeral content. This is Google's worst nightmare because it means we are surveilling them just as they surveil us and our children 24 hours a day. In other words, we are giving you, our nation's leaders, the ammunition you need to finally hold Google and other tech companies accountable to the public. Our research, which we publish in prestigious peer-reviewed journals, allows us to measure the power big tech has to shift votes, while our monitoring systems let us see whether these manipulations are actually being used. In one case so far, we shared our data with Senators Lee, Johnson, and Cruz. They sent a strong letter to the CEO of Google, which ceased some of its election manipulations that very day.
Really?
It turned off the political bias in its search engine and stopped sending partisan go vote reminders on its homepage. Through our monitoring, we detected those changes the moment they were made. We preserve ephemeral content through the computers of a representative sample of real voters. One must monitor through the computers of real people because big tech sends out personalized content. To see what they're sending people, you must look over the shoulders of real people, just like the Nielsen company does with television viewers. Algorithms, my friends, I'm sorry to say, cannot be regulated because they are inherently opaque, even to the programmers. And even if you did regulate, we still need to monitor to make sure there is compliance. We started small, but have deployed bigger systems with each election. In 2022, we preserved more than 2.5 million ephemeral experiences through the computers of more than 2,000 voters in 10 swing states. We are now building the world's first nationwide digital shield, and we just released a public dashboard. It's at americasdigitalshield.com. It's what you're seeing on your screen. And it shows our cumulative findings in real time as we are receiving the data. We are collecting and displaying data 24 hours a day through the computers of more than 13,000 voters in all 50 states, and so far we have court-admissible data in 15 states. We have thus far, the extreme political bias we are seeing in content being sent to voters, along with the highly sexualized and violent content being sent to America's kids, confirm my worst fears. The technological elite, as Eisenhower called them, are now in control of our democracy, and they are systematically indoctrinating our children. If we can secure funding to expand our system so we have court-admissible data in all 50 states, the tech companies will back down in 2024. And even if they don't, we will have incontrovertible evidence of election rigging on a massive scale. If no monitoring system is in place, Google alone will be able to shift between 6.4 and 25.5 million votes in the 2024 presidential election, leaving no paper trail and making a mockery of the free and fair election. Thank you for your attention and for protecting our great nation from threats, both foreign and, I hope, domestic.